Hello teacher, in this opportunity I'm going to explain you about my lesson plan of PDP. So in the generalities, in class and section we have Didactic of the English Language 3, section 8. The book I have taken the global book, the unit 3. The day of delivery is Saturday, July 18, 2020. So and the teacher Joana Ivette Delgado Sanchez. In the lesson, so I have considered this amazing topic that is teenagers problems because it involves many things and I consider it can catch the attention of the students in a quickly way. So in practitioner Omar Antonio Platero Valladares. So in the next step, that is an important part of the lesson plan, that is the objective we have. By the end of this class, a student will be able to create a 5-minute conversation about giving solution to the school's problem that the teenagers have. For example, lack of schedule to study, lack of confidence with the parents, etc., with a 19% of effectiveness. So in the schematic activation, I have the time for minutes and materials, classroom objects. So the student will be asked to work in trios and sit together. Then the teacher will ask the following question to the students. What do you do if you have problems to be focused in the class? What do you recommend to someone that doesn't want to continue studying? After that, the students will be asked to discuss those questions in the group that they are. Finally, the teacher will select randomly one student per group to share their answer. So, with the set of questions that the students are gonna interacting and using the topic since the beginning, without knowing exactly what it is. So in the vocabulary presentation, the time 5 minutes, and materials, poster, glue, and markers. So the student will be asked to work in pairs with the person next to them. Then the teacher will paste 2 posters on the board, one expressing many schools problems that the teenager have. For example, I don't like to do the homework, I don't pay attention to the class, etc. On the other hand, the second poster will contain advices or solutions to those problems. How come? For example, you should think about the future, your goals. I suggest you to sit in the front of the classroom, etc. It can help. So after that, the students will be asked to read the poster and look for the solution for each one. Finally, the teacher will select some pairs to share the answer. I consider that the vocabulary presentation is good because they will be playing, but the most important part that is will be using the vocabulary that will be used in the class, and they will be learning. That is the most important point. So in the gist, we have 7 minutes. In the time, material, book, notebook, pencil or pen, eraser, and board. So the student will be asked to work individually. Then they have to open the global book and look for the page 50. Continuously, the student will have to read a paragraph called Teen Problems page. After that, they have to find the word school and write all the sentences where this word appeared. Then the student will be asked to work in pairs and discuss what the reading is about. Finally, the teacher will choose one student per pair to share the answer. I consider the GIS is good because they will be reading and they will be scanning the word and writing, and they will be getting the information. So in the next section, that is during, we have the first listen or reading one. That is, in my case, I have taken the reading. So in the time 9 minutes, materials, markers, and the board. The teacher will ask the students to work in pairs. After, the teacher will write 5 sentences on the board. Then, students have to read the team problems reading. After that, they will be identify if those questions or those sentences, sorry, I have made a mistake, I hope you can understand me. Those sentences are true or false. Instead of question, the word is sentences, teacher. So they will identify if those sentences are true or false. At the end, some pairs will be asked to share the answers. I consider the listening reading one, the reading one is good because just they are going to read and identify if the sentences are true or false. That is an easy step. They don't have to do something complicated. So in the reading 2, we have the time 8 minutes. The materials I have: book, notebook, pencil, eraser, and pen. So the teacher is going to ask the students to work in the same pairs. Then they have to read again the problems reading, the team problems reading. When they finish to read, they will have some minutes to answer the following question. What are the school problems that Osmin has? Why doesn't Carlos pay attention in the class? At the end, the teacher will ask to some students to share the answer. So in this case, what the students have to do is a little bit more complicated than the previous one. And for that reason is the reading 2. Now we are going to go to the next activity. That is the reading 3. That is the last part of the readings. So on the time, I consider 9 minutes. Materials, we have the book, notebook, pencil, pen, and eraser. So the students will be asked to work in trios. Then they have to read one more time the team's problems reading. After that, the student will have a specific time to change the end of the reading. They can change it in the way that they think will be better in the way wherever situation that they can imagine that will be the best option. So then the teacher will select one trio to pass in front of the class to read it continuously. The same trio will select other trio to do the same. The dynamic will be repeated for time. And if the time is enough, can be more times. So if you have paid attention, the sequence of the reading 1, 2, and 3 have been in the following situation. The reading 1 to the easy, from the easy to the difficult part, because the reading 1 is just to identify if the sentence are true or false. In the reading 2, they have to read the team problems again, and I look for their answers of the questions. And the reading 3, they have to read again, and they have to analyze. They have to think about other situations, and this kind of problems can be applied, and look for other end, looking for a situation that could be better. So in the last part, that is the post, we have the time that is 18 minutes and materials, classroom, things. So in the post, we have the following activity. We are going to develop our objective of scores. The teacher is going to ask the students to work in groups of 5. They have to create a 5-minute conversation about giving solution to the school's problem that the teenagers have. For example, lack of schedule to study, confidence with the parents, etc. So then they will simulate that the situation is true, and that is in a real situation. For example, 2 members of the group will have problems in the school, and the other 2 will give solution to resolve those problems. That is like a conversation and something meant like a little bit of debate. So then the teacher will listen carefully those conversations, and he or she will write on the board some grammatical or pronunciation mistakes that they have during the conversation. And at the end, the teacher will fix some mistakes if it is necessary in order to clarify those, and everything must be clear. So consider, teacher, it is all the lesson plan of PDP. I hope that you have enjoyed and have understand. That is all. Thank you for your attention. See you.